Hello, my name is Mariana, and today this is a reading for Leo. So Leo, I've done your reading as usual with my own deck, so the cards you'll see are from this deck. Leo, your cards today are talking about destiny, right? Is pretty straightforward, but I feel like because the way that I was shuffling and then the first card, which I'll show you in a second, but you may have seen from the thumbnail, it's talking about you not realizing that you are already stepping into your destiny. You are already in a very fateful moment of your life that it's like I feel like you've been very busy and you're not realizing that you are already where you need to be, that you are at the exact place and time that you need to be to fulfill your destiny. So, why I'm saying this? Because of this card, obviously, we start off with the Wheel of Fortune, but as I said, this card actually fell on the ground when I was pulling the cards. Um, and I didn't realize because I had my eyes closed, which I usually do when I pull cards. Uh, and so I was shuffling and shuffling and shuffling, and it was taking so long, and I was like, a little bit impatient, right? And then when I opened my eyes, this card was facing me on the ground, right by my side, and it was talking to me like, I'm right here. And I just laughed like I did right now because, I feel like this is you, Leo, right now. It's like you are impatiently waiting for your destiny to arrive, but you haven't realized that you're already in it, that your destiny, it's already happening. And it made me laugh, which is a good sign. So it's almost like the universe is being so subtle and so but today, especially because of this, it's like a question of perfect timing, and it's such a subtle thing that you don't even realize that the timing is already now, you see. And then when you shift from this impatience that you're in and you open your eyes just like I did, you're gonna see. It's like this is the first message from this first card. It's like you are going to see that you're already in your destiny, that you are already where you need to be, that this wheel is already spinning in your favor. You're just not realizing it. I don't know why. Well, I cannot say that for sure. I feel like I do know, but it's like it's like you're crossing a bridge, or you are coming out of of isolation, or maybe lockdown even, right? I don't know if there are any parts of the world that are still in lockdown, in the moment that I'm recording this. But perhaps because of the other cards, I feel like things have been shifting in a very subtle kind of way, that because you were so focused in inner work, I want to say, especially because of the cards that are here following, that you didn't see that this wheel was already spinning in your favor. It's just like us here on earth. We don't realize that, the earth is spinning forever and ever, nonstop, right? Because it's so slow, it's so subtle, that we feel that everything else around us is shifting, but not us where we are. You know what I mean? I hope it makes sense, because this is all in one card and there is a lot of meaning here, especially because of the way it fell, then because of the, a little bit of a humorous effect when I saw this card, and then you laughing that you realize that you finally are where you need to be. And well, laughing, in a celebratory kind of way, right? as if you were, it's like a relief in a sense, right? So yeah, let's see these 3 cards that are following, so you understand where you were at, or where you are if you haven't realized this yet, right? Where you are at this moment, which is here. So we have the 4 of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the 3 of Pentacles. So this is all one image. Actually, this is all this pyramid, which is actually very interesting because I'm recording this on the 22nd of February 2022, which is this portal day where well, if you've known a man called Matias de Stefano, he's an Argentinian who's 33 now. And he's been, you know, since 2020, he's been in Egypt doing these activations for the I Am Path. If you haven't heard of him, I suggest you look for him because it's really, really, it's really wise, and it's so, like, he conveys really complex teachings in a very palatable and very easy to understand way. So yeah, well, all I'm saying, because of this day that I'm recording this reading for you, Leo, is that so he's been in Egypt doing these activations, and today, this day, this portal day that ends this 2-year cycle that we've been going through an intense transformation globally, collectively, today is the end of it, right? And he is at the Great Pyramid in Giza, Egypt, to in a sense channel all that is ready to come to us, right, from these higher dimensions. And so it's interesting how you, Leo, which, you know, Leo is the opposite sign of Aquarius, and we are stepping into this age of Aquarius. So it's like being on the opposite side, being in this mirror reality where well, this is a long story. I'm not going to go into it because I'm going to diverge too much from your reading. But the thing is, if you want to know more about it, if you are interested in learning about what this portal day is, I recommend that you search for his channel. Yeah, Matias de Stefano. Okay, so going back to your reading, Leo, this Hermit is showing me this shape of a pyramid, but it's also this way and this way, because if you see, the base of it is a square, which is here. And if you see it from a perspective view or from a side view, it's a triangular shape, right? So this is actually, you know, 3 ways or 3 perspectives, 3 angles of perceiving the same thing. So this is a flat view from, you know, top to bottom, where you see like with a bird's eye view. And then this is just a 2D perspective of one of the sides of it, right? And then this one in the middle is the 3-dimensional way of perceiving this pyramid, which it's like this pinnacle of, it's like the concentration of a very solid foundation, which is here, into the ethers, into heaven in a sense, right? It's like it's going to it's like all the strength from the base, from this strong foundation, from the 4 of Pentacles, is going upwards so that it can come to one place. It's like four base points in a sense are all directing to one single point, or well, at least here for you, it's coming through as one moment in time, which could be very fitting because we're talking about this portal day, which is a moment in time that is so crucial, right? This is the fulfillment of your destiny. From now on, you are walking, well, I want to correct that. It's like I believe that all of us have always been walking along the path of our destinies. But the difference here, especially because of the way that it fell, this card, it's like now you realize that you are fulfilling your destiny. It's not something that you're unconscious of. There is complete understanding of it. You know, this Hermit card is this isolation mode that you go inward, right? And in search of illumination, in search of answers, right? So this here is the depiction. It's like 3 different ways, which is very also fitting. As I said, it's like 3 points of view, 3 perspectives, which is exactly what the 3rd dimension is, right? 3 perspectives of the same thing, of the same seeking for illumination, seeking for answers. It's like there has been in you, Leo, this search for answers that perhaps that is the reason why, you know, I was feeling impatient when this card, well, when I was shuffling and no card I thought was coming out, but then this one was already on the ground. So it's like you have been seeking answers and you have been impatiently waiting for it. You know, thinking that you are patient, but really with that eagerness to really find the answer and not leaving. This is the thing, not leaving this place until you found it. It's like this is a very strong stance that I'm getting from you, Leo, that you are not you're not moving. It's like you were staying there, staying in this hermit mode, in this place perhaps, trying to figure out the puzzle while you were in it. You see what I mean? It's like I'm seeing you inside this pyramid in a sense, or this tent, or this secluded place where you wouldn't come out until you figure out how you got there, or what made you go there in the first place. Which by these 3 cards, the message that is coming through, I apologize for the noise, I hope it's not picking up too much. So this being inside this hermit mode, being inside this questioning mode, this seeking mode, and very consciously, but a mix of patiently and impatiently waiting, it's like the answer was exactly where you were. Do you see what I mean? It's like the answer is the pyramid, but seen from different perspectives. So the place that you went to find the answers was the answer, or is the answer. You see, you just have to perceive it from one perspective, another, and another. One that you see from top to down, and one you see from this 3D point of view, and then one that you see from the side, right? Essentially, it's like you have to understand all of the possible perspectives, or at least because we are in this 3D dimension, you have to at least understand things through these 3 angles, right? This is what these 3 cards are talking about. You know, the firm foundation, the possibilities of seeing it, you know, with depth, right? But also seeing that it all goes to the same point, essentially. This is what I'm seeing here, right? This is all going upwards to receive, right? To make this download, which is, you know, this portal day, what is actually the energy of the day today, which is actually so beautiful for you, Leo. And so these 3 cards were already talking about this whole scenario for you. But and I was actually really interested in, you know, what happens from that. You know, what is going to happen after you understand these 3 perspectives. And so the 3 cards that are following, that are on the bottom line of this reading, they're actually showing me that there is this possibility of you going somewhere or leaving somewhere, which is a little bit tricky, and I'm trying to sense whether you are leaving or you are arriving. So because, you know, since you were in this mode, in this very place that was already the answer that you were seeking, it's like you have been here, you have been in the same place essentially for a long time. But recently, because you have opened your eyes to see that your destiny was there all along, right? That your destiny was already the place that you're in. It's like now you can see from the three perspectives, right? And then after that, I feel like this is the key for this to, you know, for this next stage. It's what I'm seeing with these two lines, right? So the Wheel of Fortune opening up, it's like this switch, this key. And then the first line is more or less the present moment that you're in, the realization that unlocks this next line, which is the Tower, the Eight of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. And so here you are, this last card, Knight of Pentacles, and after finding the answers, finding these, more than the answers, it's like finding the three ways of perceiving the same thing, right? And it's interesting because it's coming through like that. It's coming through specifically like that. It's like there is no way to find the answer unless you look it from three different perspectives, because we are in the 3D, right? And so after you leave, I'm going to say from this first perspective, which is you leaving this hermit mode and going towards this tower, which is this way, but it's also going that way, which I'm going to read next, okay? Because I'm seeing it both ways, but you'll know how it best applies to you. So the first way that I was seeing was you embodying this Knight of Pentacles character and seeing this, well, usually the tower, it comes with different meanings, you know, sometimes with meaning of a crumbling moment, a crumbling structure. Sometimes it comes with a cozy or a safe home. Sometimes it comes with the opening of a door or the thick walls. It varies, but for you today, Leo, what I'm seeing here is this safe place that you, because you were in a safe place already and you've been there for a long time, it's like it's almost like I'm seeing you aging inside of this place. You know those time lapses in the movies where, you know, the person is very focused in one activity or one process of enlightenment or diving into getting in shape or something like that. It's like this, what is the word? It's, I forgot the name. But you know, when there is this intense training phase, right? In every movie, in every action movie or adventure movie, there is this part of the movie. And so this is what I'm seeing here. It's like you have been in this place training, perhaps trying to find the answers. So it's like you've been aging in there, right? Because you've been there a long time. But now that you're out of it, in this first scenario that I'm seeing, it's like you are really meticulous. It's the word that is coming through with the Knight of Pentacles. It's like you are really careful with every step that you take because there is challenges ahead. And in order for you to really find this safe place, it's like there is this, it's like the tower is representing the next stop in really, it's like if you had to go to this place, to this pyramid, to find the answers that you were seeking for this leg of your journey, the next leg, it involves going to a castle perhaps, or to ruins. It's what I just heard. You know, this is very specific. It could be any place really that feels like, well, it's coming through as ancient history, but and it's interesting because I'm just being reminded of a comment that I had the other day when I think it was on the community tab on the was it the Hermit card? I don't know, I can't remember. But so the girl was saying that, you know, I was talking about ancient history, and she said, well, when I mentioned, you know, the medieval castles and things like that. And she said, no, ancient history is more like Egypt and that ancient history, right? Not so recent that, you know, the Middle Ages. And it made complete sense to me because, yes, the Middle Ages is actually not so long ago if you think of, you know, uh, the age of the planet, right? So it could be ancient, like a historical site, or it could be something that, you know, it's not so distant in the past. It's a recent past, but it's a place that it carries history. That's the meaning of this tower today. It's a place that feels like, it's like there is this recognition. It feels like home. It's almost like I'm getting right now. It's like you sense that this place has part of your history in it. It's like you sense that you have lived lives there, or perhaps your family history has lived there. And so it's like you're going back, even though in this lifetime, I'm picking up like you've never lived in this place in this lifetime, but somehow it feels familiar. It's like this sense of familiarity that you see in this place. But in order to get there, it's like this Eight of Swords is coming through as a river that you have to cross in order to get there. And so you have to be very careful. You have to be very mindful. You have to be very meticulous with every step, because it's like this river has its challenges, right? In order for you to cross it. So, this is one scenario that I'm seeing here. And then the other one, because I said it's like the other way around, right? You are actually, yes, leaving this pyramid, but in reality, this tower is coming through as it's more like a fortress. So it's like this pyramid was inside the walls of this fortress in a sense. And because you have achieved this, the three-way of seeing things, right? The three perceptions, the three perspectives of this pyramid, it's like now you're able to leave the limits or the boundaries that were locking you inside this tower, this fortress. And so, but it's the same thing. It's like, you know that in order to leave, there are things that are tricky along the way, but so this is where it's a little bit different from the first scenario that I saw, because instead of you coming, Leo, as this Knight of Pentacles, I'm seeing this as a friend. It's almost like in order for you to leave the fortress to come across this this challenging obstacle, right? That is, you know, separating you or where you were or where you are from this friend. It's like you need the guidance of this friend. So it's almost like from a distance, this one is standing like a rock, which is so beautiful. It's like they are on the other side of this margin of the river, and it's like they have been there, so they know how to overcome this challenge. And so because of that, they are on the other side and they are guiding you. It's like, go, and I just got goosebumps. It's like they know exactly the path to overcome each challenge to cross this river, this dangerous river. It's how I'm getting, you know, the Eight of Swords. So Leo, this is actually very interesting. I wonder if there is another, you know, a third scenario, because if we've seen, you know, the three perspectives that you're learning here, and I only saw two scenarios with the last line, I wonder if there is a third. So I'm going to pull more cards to see if it comes in the cards for the extended, and also I'm going to pull from the astrological runes. So if you want to join me there, I'll be happy to see you. If not, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.